Hello, yeah. So karibuni, I was just like wanna give, I know tumeanza tu hapa conversation na na nini na maybe ile story nilikuwa nataka kupigia tu just like of course you asked, umeniuliza
story na how did Mukuru Youth Initiative ilianza na Mukuru Awards kama hizo, because it's a big thing kwa community yetu, and nilikuwa nataka kujua ulianzia acha tuanze ikuwe rahisi, nitakuwa niambie sababu najua hizi vitu zote hazijakuja rahisi. So I want to know like mali umegrow, umesomea wapi, and I think it would be best place tukianzia hapo kwanza. Then can take you through at least
story. Nipigia watu story, but I know it's different platform, and actually sometimes it's nice to have a video that you get to reflect on, like sometimes even before you get to that, unakumbuka Papero
Omondi Papa?
I feel I missed out because the reason I'm saying missed out is that he had a very good history of Mukuru, but then he didn't have a very comprehensive conversation like this one that we'll end up having right now, kweza kubonga about what is the genesis of Mukuru, malilianza basically. Kama uji genesis ni nini, inamaanisha mwanzo. Kitabu cha mwanzo
ndio kinatumikanga kama genesis.
So basically just like kweza ku reflect. It's important to reflect sometimes, just like see tumetoka wapi, tunaenda wapi, and then
true.
And umeuliza tu basically like mahali mu ilianza. So first of all is that for me nimesomea Gatoto Primary School, then nikaenda huko Kambani huko kwenu, Bishop Mdingi High School,
watu wa Bishop
huko Mwala Machakos, and then so then I came back. So when nilirudi actually after Kumal High School, what happened is that I nilicompete kwa Mukuru Mr. and Miss Mukuru, which I won.
Ilikuwa inahostiwa na wase wa
Hope Worldwide.
I remember.
So that time they had money to support youth activities, and one of the activities walikuwa wamefanya. Actually I had engaged with them in 2005 after Kumaliza primary, because what happened is that walikuwa wanatafuta wasanii wanafanya jingle ya Mukuru. So as part of the Mabatini family, that was my first time kuingia studio into after nimemaliza tu primary. So we did that song. It was awesome. I was the least popular person because sikuwa najulikana, so watu wengi atoka, even so many people even right now wajuangi that I was part of the Mabatini family.
Mabatini matopeni mapipani.
So I win the Mr. and Miss Mukuru. It's funny how I won it because hiyo school nilikuwa nimevaa shati yenye nilikuwa nimaliza nayo high school ya shati ya white. So
ilikuwa category gani ukivaa hiyo shati ya white? Juu unajua kuna category.
So that was official. So official nilikuwa nimevaa shati yangu ya white ya high school, na nilikuwa nimevaa trouser ya mse alikuwa sikuwa na official trouser. So guess what? One of the contestants alipea trouser.
Ngoja. Akaenda bila ama alikuwa na mbili?
No, alikuwa na mbili. So no, actually so alikuwa ni best yangu. So I like, mse mimi sina nini. Akaniambia kesho nakujia na trouser.
What?
And then we design, kulikuwa like you have to be creative nini. So nilifanya hii costume yangu ya like CD. So I was an artist, so hizi kitambo nakumbuka zile CD za ngoma.
CD.
So I did that costume, and then nilikuwa nimevaa karumanzera huko hivyo, nimepiga ile match around. That's the traditional wear.
Ujui karumanzera wanaitwa hivyo?
Waganga
wale wa Nigeria.
So I did that, and then so I think what basically caught the judges.
Hiyo ni mwaka gani?
Wacha tuseme mwaka. Tuacha tu mambo ya miaka at this time. Sitaki watu wajue how old I am.
Sawa basi.
Mambo ya miaka tuongea siku nyingine.
Watajulia tu hapo chini.
So so basically what happened is that I win this, and how I win it is that we ask questions. Luckily I was the last person to answer, so I used what these guys answered over my advantage because kuna maswali yalikuwa too off. So and then so I won it. I became Mr. Mukuru. Unfortunately that's the last, so the voucher I got, that is basically the last thing I got about Mr. Mukuru, and the shield and the spear.
Question tukiwa hapo. ulijua roles za Mr. Mukuru like what were the roles of Mr. and Mrs. Mukuru kwa community?
Okay, it was not well defined because challenge ilikuwa ni after you win, unajua what I expect is after you win wanaku bring on board, maybe you become a youth mentor and you know kwa hizo they empower you to be able to like hizo ni because I was fresh from high school, but then it was not well defined, so after that kulikuwa tu nothing happened. Then mimi nilemse I know how to move on hata kwa relationships. Yeah. So basically what happens is that so I finished that and then things don't work out. You know what I end up doing? So my mom alikuwa na choo, like so she had a school but then kulikuwa na mvutano tu, she closed that school there, but then zile choo alikuwa amejenga because alikuwa amekomboa mahao, so she left the house, but then choo alikuwa amejenga mwenyewe. So hizo choo sasa zilikuwa became public toilets because that time kulikuwa na machozi kwa fresh life haiko imeingia as much. So yeah, so they kaniambia umemaliza shule una job nini kama ushikilia hapa. I wanted to be a journalist a lot, like I wanted to be a journalist, but then madhangu like me I don't have money kupeleka shule. So she like kama ujishikilia hapa then you'll know what to do. So nikaenda hapo nini nikaanza kulipisha choo. So na imagine bro, umetoka from kila mtu kujua kama Mr. Mukuru and then wewe ndo huyu hapa ndo unalipisha choo akiingia. Mr. Mukuru
naweza ingia bure.
And then we lose your income for the day.
Sasa umeshinda kuwa Mr. Mukuru kuja uze choo.
Wow. No, yeah, but then sometimes it's just like no, what nakwambia sometimes for me one thing nimelearn is being able to navigate, even like move from that point of like high and understanding that you can be this point. But yeah, working there I was like I worked there for like I think 4 months, and then I was like I don't think I want to do this. I think now with the money I've made I have enough capital as ajishikilia my place in after mingine sana. So julikuwa ni biashara ya madhangu, so I was like okay, let me just move and do something else. Because one thing mimi nimeamini, you can never grow when you're in your homestead. You have to look for ways for you to grow.
True.
So nikatoka hapo nikaenda ile ndo nilikuwa nimemake. I had made some amount, so nikaanzisha biashara ya kutengeneza electronics. So nilikuwa na kuna ase unaona ase walikuwa zunguka na magunia wanaenda wakiokota ma staff nini. So tulikubaliana nao, so wewe ukizunguka ukipata pegs, ukipata extensions zimeharibika unanibringia. Like anything that you feel can be repaired and be used. So walikuwa wanaletea pegs nini, unajua watu kupoteza pegs ni wanabeba. So hizo pegs zinaletwa chafu na ziosha nini, then pegs hiyo time I think zilikuwa zinauzwa ile pack ya 12 ilikuwa inauzwa mbao. So what I was doing, I was one moja nilikuwa nauza 5, nilikuwa nauza moja 50 cent. Yeah, so 50 cent unaona ukiuza milioni bob, and then ukiuza like that, basically that's how I was selling them. So working letea walikuwa wanaletea 5 bob. So I was making some money from it. And then so extension analetea, wananipea extension hata na 50 bob, na repair nini naifanya nauza na so ama 150. So na sikuwa nimelania hizi vitu, like nimetoka shule, but nilikuwa tu nilikuwa napenda comp. So nikiwa primary nilikuwa nimeshafanya mambo za comp. So nimekuja nimeingia hapa, then madhangu si nimekwambia alikuwa mwalimu, so kuna comp alikuwa amepewa, so akaniambia ni aje shika hii comp, unapenda comp shika, ona kitu unaweza duia. So nikachukua hiyo comp, nikaanza kubania watu mangoma, naekea kwa ma CD, wengine naekea kwa ma flash disk, kwa masimu. So hiyo ndio like nilikuwa na make to do. So kwa siku nimeingisha kaso 2.
Pesa mzuri.
Na sasa hizo silipi house. Hiyo time madhango tulikuwa tumejenga like 3 rooms. So moja ilikuwa bro yangu, moja katikati alikuwa amekomalisha casto ya saving, mwingine hapo hapo anamlipa. And then sasa ilikuwa na yangu sasa ndo ile ya kwanza. So hiyo ningefanya biashara. So nilikuwa nimefuruta ka extension ka biashara, and then sasa
kuna nyumba
kwangu kabonga local Camboys
nitangwa Simba. Simba ya Nairobi.
So yeah, so nimesukuma ka biashara nini and then sasa nikiwa kwa hiyo biashara, so Nairobi walikuwa wanafungua center. So unasikia mimi nimesomea Gatoto. So mabeshte zangu wenye like walikuwa somea Ruben Primary Malio Center. Sasa Nairobi inafunguliwa hapo Ruben Center. Wakaniambia kuna center inafunguliwa Comp. Jona napenda Comp. But ujonia mastudio ya Ruben. Ukienda sema wana Ruben Center. Lakini sasa shida yangu nakuanga mkweli. Nakuanga mkweli sana. So nikaenda interview, Kolzo alikuwa asomea wapi? Nikasema Gatoto. Akasema ukusikia hii ni ya Ruben Primary? Nikasema nilisikia lakini mimi napenda computer na nikakuja. So yeah, I did the interview, they were impressed. Like yeah. Baadaye nikapigia yangu, so nilikuwa na Katululu at least, nilikuwa na Nokia.
Fundi anakosa aje?
Nilikuwa na Motorola C113.
Nilikuwa nazungukanga hivi. Hizo ndio simu zilikuanga.
Najua millennials understand. So yeah, I get to Nairobi. So kale ka job kangu nakafanya saa zile nimetoka class nini. So saa hizo nasoma ma graphics nini. And then so this time nikiwa tu Nairobi, it's almost like tukienda kumaliza course 1, I course 2 actually. CEO wa kuna organization ya Trade Zones TDH. So ndo walikuwa wamesupport hiyo center ya Mukuru. Akakam then wase wakasema so wakiuliza nani anaweza pata vote of thanks, akasemekana ni mimi. Mimi hapo na kizungu yangu bwana, confidence ya kijana alikuwa prefect high school. Kijana alikuwa prefect high school bwana. So yeah, nimepeana speech hapo paka Mlami amebandika ako like boys ni nani? Akona confidence, akona kizungu na confidence nyingine ya mjaka. Okay. Maybe nime overrate lakini mko tu sawa jaka. Me I love my Luo brothers. So yeah, so then story kaisha. So amekaa visit, nimemaliza. Tumeenda paka final class, tumemaliza. I did my diploma in Nairobi graphic design and web. And then so after that we got after internship. So I got internship at this company walikuwa based in Karen Hardy. Ilikuwa Mlami. Then tumeenda hapo 1 month 2 months. Life ilikuwa hard because una travel kutoka Mukuru, hauna income, unaenda kwa kiamsee mwenye atakupea hata allowance ya transport. So kulikuwa tuna mamvutano zingine hazikunibamba. And then sikumaliza the 3 months of internship. So what happened is that the lady who was the program manager after kulikuwa na hiyo fallout, then Mlami baadaye mambo ikakuwa ngumu nini, akarudi kwa alikuwa US. Then sau madam akanipigia akaniambia I loved your work, naweza work na wewe. Shiko, big up Shiko from Sports for Change. She gave me that opportunity and then so she actually even gave me a place to stay. So she like bala ya kucommute kwenda Ngamukuru unaweza come. So ile hao yangu because ni yangu nikaikombolesha. So I was getting like some rent monthly. And then sasa huko she was giving me an allowance. Si mshahara spasi. It's just money how much, but it was money that could sustain me because kitu ya kwanza to me transport. The only thing ni ya food.
Wanapea food kwake.
Food ilikuwa jisimamia. But sasa rent silipi na transport to me. Sasa and then when I travel, so I'm provided with transport like shughuli za job. Yeah, so I started working half and then we worked with her for almost like 1.5 years. And I learned a lot of things because in the end up kwa project officer huko hata sikuwa najua project officer ina stand for what. So yeah, and then so 2013 so nilikuwa nimemeet Kadem. Tumedate no them for almost an year. But like yeah, so she got pregnant and then we were like yeah, been dating for a year, we can move in. So we got back together, we like moved in together. And then sasa
huko sasa bado
no atuku move in nikiwa huko. So we decided to move in together, but then sasa singe move in kwa servant quarter. So nikatafuta job, juu job nilikuwa lipo allowance ndio, but sasa hiyo allowance inge support mimi peke yangu, inge support watu wawili. So I looked for another job somewhere else where I got like 3 times the pay I was getting there. So I started working there. I moved to Paipu. So unajua sasa siwezi rudi ghetto. Siwezi rudi kwa Mugolo kwa Luben.
Unatoka
Karen unarudi kwa Luben.
Lakini ungeenda Lower Karen.
Lazima una moving karibu na home, usiende mbali sana na home lakini
around.
So nika move
pipeline.
Lakini saa nyingine tunaoishi. So nilipata kama mshahara hivyo nikaanza kufikiria naweza ishi Imara. Napata Imara nyumba ni 10,000. Kipesa wewe. Pesa kidogo wewe. So sijaishi Imara actually. So yeah, so I moved to Paipu.
Sorry.
So at least I had money to like and then 3 months job iliisha because
What?
Yeah. So siniko hapo but then imekuwa hard because tuko watu wawili. Hata shida iko tuko wawili. Like those people I'm a creative. Niko na feel on a box. And then they could not allow me to like do things on Saturday because like for me I love music and I wanted to practice it continuous. Music is what have gotten me to this point. So that was around 2013. So your job imeisha. Niko na working for a PR company. We're managing like different platforms. Panari was managing Panari's nini like different platforms. So it was a PR company. Niko naitwa graphic designer and web executive.
Hala.
Yeah, niko na department yangu. Yeah, but then things never worked out. So I resigned. Then siku resign ati nene mahali resign nitafute mahali pengine.
Swali, una resign bibi yako na si bibi girlfriend mmemove in pamoja. Unaishi Pipeline. Mko na mtoi anakaa hapa. Unalipa rent. Una survive aje? Inamaanisha
sasa unajua kuna tule pesa nilikuwa nazo. So nilikuwa sure like 2 months najipanga kabla nipate job ingine. Like nilikuwa na confidence. Simkwambia nilikuwa na confidence ya watu gani. So nilikuwa sure like napata job ingine but unajua things never works out the way you think. So nikatoka actually got a job actually. Nilikuwa na waktao unatoka kwa nyumba 6 unarudi 10. Alafu mtu anakulipa half the amount ulikuwa unapata kwa ile kampuni nyingine. Ilifika mahali la wala okay no. I don't think I want to do that. So yeah, so then your transition ya into between jobs. So because sasa sitaka na mama. Unajua saa nyingine anakuambia ukiwa na mama pia pale kijani saa nyingine usitaka kushinda ati yuko job sasa mnashinda naye hapo kuna tu madhara utaingia. So saa nyingine chomokaga tu ajuange umeenda kutafuta
hata kama hujaenda kutafuta
hata kama maybe umekosa kabisa but saa nyingine unatoka tu pia uko nje. The good thing ukiwa uko nje unaweza angukia ka form mahali. So nilikuwa natoka naenda Ruben. Then sana nilikuwa na mbeshto wangu wengine wawili walikuwa naishi karibu na mahali naishi. So nilikuwa naenda Ruben then jioni tunatoka pamoja. Then 2013 hapo when tulikuwa naenda home what happens is that we decide we just like having a conversation and then we're like hakuna kitu happen this year like for the last 3 years can we think of something we can do. Then walikuwa talent show nini. I was like for me what I think can work is having an award appreciating people who have made a change in the community. Kuna watu wamemake a change. Yeah, so that's what we do. Yeah, so we start the Mkuru Awards. And then so yeah, I do the concept and everything nini to mobilize. So 2013 Mkuru Awards happen. Saikumbuka bado niko na mdem. So mdem that November sinakumbuka alikuwa na ball so I'm born.
What?
Just like a few weeks to the Mkuru Awards. So actually awards ikihappen mimi kwanza naingia stage na mtoi nimemfunga hapa.
Sawa daddy, pole daddy.
So 2013 2014 so mambo ya familia ni a sneak preview. That's not the main story. Watu msicomment sana story ya watu ya mtoi. Yotoongea that's a story for another day. So yeah, 2013 2014 we do the event again. That time nishachoka na employment. 2014 actually ikiisha nilikuwa like I don't want to get employed. So 2014 we did the Mkuru Awards again. Then 2015 nilikuwa like okay, I said I don't want to get employed, what do I want to do? So we're like let's look for something we can do over the year. So we're like yeah, let's start an organization, let's look for a space. I started like visiting Ruben Center to look for a space for almost the whole year, and then until September they're like yeah. So brother Frank was like naweza kupia kuna ka container hapa unaweza tumia. So we move in. And then so yeah, so that's when I start doing the arrangement ya kuregister Mkuru Youth Initiative. Yeah, and then now because we were 3 of us we had to bring other people, so like 15 of us. So yeah, so at Ruben Center 2015 September ndio sasa tumeruka 2016 I'm with like I start hustling so natafutia tu opportunity nini tunafanya tu shughuli at least kitu ya kutusukuma tu 2015 2016 2017 bado tunaendelea na tu shughuli 2018 so mwisho wa 2017 actually so I meet with this alliance naitwa Fighting Equality Alliance when tulikofanya nao Usawa Festival because I've been doing these events so wangu kanja actually so she was like there is this alliance wanataka kufanya kitu kai na najua umekuwa kufanya nini I will want to invite you to this committee nini so I joined Fighting Equality Alliance when they were planning the first Usawa Festival in January 2018 so I joined nini I gave my insight nini so we do the Usawa Festival in January 2018 sasa so tumeendelea then on that space like we had meetings na nini so I meet with people from Oxfam then we're having this chat with this guy he's called Robert Maganga he's part of he was doing I think part of governance I can't remember his actual title but alikuwa Oxfam so he was like yeah and then we're like yeah what do you do nini tuko like mambo ya governance wasanii hapa kule you're like we can organize something so we organize a training movement building nini tulikuwa na youth kutoka nini so we bring trainers nini we did a 1 week and then we recorded a song hiyo ilikuwa around August Casco saying so we did this song there's this song you can check it on YouTube it's called Lift Up with Nelmo New Song KO Ulopa Sarah Chui Ezikoptel yeah get well Ezikoptel soon so we did this song and then so your time bado mimi niko pale kwa kuandika concept ya Mukuru Awards but I was like we don't want to do a one day event we want to do a festival but also the awards should be part of it so nimeandika so mimi na kujichocha yangu sasa kujichocha
unasikia sasa
budget ya kwanza
kiburi
ilikuwa I think budget ya kwanza ilikuwa ya 120 or 150,000 ile ya Mukuru Awards ya kwanza guess how much naandika concept ya hii ya 2018
tuseme 250 300
no bro nimeandika concept na nimeandika budget ya 1.2 million
what
but unajua nimeandika hivyo kwa nini so that also we raise confidence with the people who we want them to support us so because I never thought anyone would give us that money nilikuwa na expect maybe to put 500,000 which is not bad we can be able to manage that
na manage jume
and then I'm called and then naitwa kwa office ya Oxfam and then they're like we have a conversation here and then like we'll support the whole budget 1.2 niko like whoa
bro
1.2
ushaiona wapi
bro mimi hata nishiona mshahara ya 50,000 hiyo time
uge cheese hapo ungedhani better
sijawahi pata mshahara okay yes sijawahi actually sikuwa nimeona mshahara ya 50,000 like in a month but wacha nikurudishe nyuma kidogo so before this festival si tuko 2018 but turudi hapa 2015 pause hapo turudi 2015 zani kwa mkurugenzi pause hapo
kula pause
so you remember the CEO I met when I was in Nairobi
ule attend race home
so 2014 he calls so nimepiga simu nimeambiwa ni aje so and so from Terred Zoms you remember us nini we met when you were at Nairobi so we want to do a documentary CEO back to basics so this is a CEO from the Netherlands wa energy company so huko sika Kenya mali monopoly ya Kenya Power iko huko ni different company that provide energy and energy is electricity sengine kuna internet and then and gas
fuel
gas. LPG gas na ziko connected with pipes like yeah so kuna companies ziko contract like zimepewa license ya kufanya hizo vitu so it's private so he wants to come and do a documentary walk around in our community and then they thought the best candidate to do that with is me mimi sina kakitu si mimi nimesoma mimi ni mboys wa mtaani hata so wamekuja wamefanya nini I love nilikuwa napenda kuandika so like writing so wamekaa mtu kufanya documentary nini imeenda paka wamesema tutumie muziki yangu paka leo niliambia ngo tapata royalties but kulikuwa tuna hitches that time I had not registered for MCSK so yeah we do that nini we do the documentary tumaliza that's 2014 na hiyo story imeisha so 2015 then so it was actually, I think it was 2013, not 2015. It was 2013. 2013 or 2014, can't remember very well, because I remember we were like for 1 year. And then ushika hivi chini unajiuliza, nimekuwa nikifanya hizi vitu zote na wazungu na nini, na nateseka manzi. Sasa hizo maisha yamenyorosha,
watu wanakuwa na wazungu lakini
maisha yamenyorosha. So unaona zile time of regret. So I loved writing, so nilikuwa nimeandika, nikaandika story. That sometimes it's funny how things work. So niliandika story, nikasema yeah, so in this year nini had this, so this happened. Your story, meeting the CEO when I was in Nairobi, nikaandika story. And then nikafika point so they went, they went, and I never saw them again. But then I was like, why not use this text to change the story? So you know what I wrote? After we did the documentary, a few years later, they contacted me, nini, and we were able to interact, and I got an opportunity that changed my life. So I think it's 2015, I think it's 2014, ndo naandika all this nini. Then starting of 2015, I get another call. Guess what? Bro, napigiwa, hey Nelmo, this is so and so from Terre des Hommes. So we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, and with what you have been doing nani, we want to invite you to the Netherlands to come and perform at our 50th anniversary.
What?
Like, I was excited, and then I was like, okay, sina passport.
Nah, hiyo ndio question ya kwanza lazima ujiulize.
Sina passport. This time bado naishi na baby mama. Sina passport. Sina, sasa maisha inaninyorosha baba. Kunitwanga nayo.
Lazima meeting umepelekwa.
Nanitwanga. Sina passport. So hata niko like, hata sijui venye mtu ana apply passport. So they're like, no, don't worry, we'll take care. Baadaye nakwambia ngatu, ushaitreatwa kama celeb, bro. Sijui nisongeshe kamera huko ndani pia ama tuko sawa.
Acha tuendelee kwa sawa.
So wakaniambia, yeah, we'll assist you take nini. So they assisted me get the passport and everything. And then so yeah,
okay, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, so that was like February. So tumeshughulikia passport everything nini. Yeah, baadaye tumeenda nimeshughulikia visa, wamenipea visa. I was like, okay, yeah. Nikambo visa, when you get the visa and now you're good to go. Yeah, so that was in 2015. But in no, that was in 2016. What was it? Mbona hizi miaka zinaenda mbio hivi?
Usijali, sijakwambia ni mzee lakini
no, I think it was it was in 2016, not 2017. 2015. I was part of this course that at least nilikuwa travel like in Tanzania. So I met people from like hizo areas and nini. So 2015, no, actually whatever. 2015, where pause hiyo simu yako. We're recording. And okay. So yeah, so 2015, so I get the opportunity, I travel to the UK, to the Netherlands. Hiyo time si unakumbuka bado nilikuwa naimba. So nimecompile mangoma kutoka 2015, kutoka huko nimemaliza primary huko, nimerecord mangoma nini. So nimeweza compile to a CD. So like nikienda in Netherlands lazima niuze copies. So nimeenda huko manzi, unajua huku umezoea kuzia watu copy. So huko naenda manzi, pesa ni euros. Mimi sana nimesema naona euro ni pesa kidogo, nawaambia my CD is 5 euros. Wengine wana compare 10 euros, wakwambia keep change.
What?
So nikauza 40 copies. So hebu multiply 40 times 5. That is 200, ndio? Na kuna wengine wanakuambia keep change. So nilienda up to have like 300 euros.
300 euros.
Yeah. Najua kwa watu wengine si pesa mob. Kumbuka nikija na machachari, nimetravel, nimeenda nje ya nchi for the first time. Sijai toka nje ya nchi. That is the first time I'm getting a visa being stamped. Sasa so 300 euros. Sasa hiyo euro ilikuwa kama 140.
We
300 times 140.
42 Gs.
Yeah, 42 Gs. Exactly around 40,000. But pia hiyo ku travel nimepewa per diem, wamenipea do ya ku nini every day. So so there is amount. So nilikuwa na like an extra almost 30 Gs. So nilikuwa like 72 Gs. Narudi Kenya baba. Bola. Nakwambia mshahara sijaikuza hata 50,000. Sasa niko na 72,000.
70 Gs.
So simerudi Kenya, mimi ni bola wazee. We. Kwanza nimerudi, nimekuta producer wangu nikamwambia, "Unataka nini?" Unajua niliambia nini? Nataka kupeleka mama Oliech.
Uko kwa fish.
Unajua ushaenda unawasema mahali ndio umewapea do lakini uko like wasema mbona mnatumia pesa vibaya. Niliwapea ngao mbili producer wangu na video producer wakaenda mama Oliech wakula 1200. Niliangalia hivi nikajua what are you people doing with your life?
What?
Changalia tu hivi uko like
una change life yao.
No, ni vile niko like bro nimekupea 200. I expected maybe ukula so 3
uweke zingine.
Una get like because no na hiyo time like vitu zilikuwa easy. So okay that time like before I traveled kulikuwa tuna issues zilikuwa zime happen with baby mama, so it's separate. So hiyo time nilikuwa like had moved out, nimwachia everything nini. So when I came back like I had some money to like move on. Kulikuwa tuna sometimes, let me tell you, and I'm sorry to say this, is that sometimes there are relationships that don't work for you. It's not, there are people who are not compatible. And it's the most important thing is to discover that early. So you can be living with someone for years but then you're never compatible. Because even before I got that opportunity to travel, kulikuwa tuna issues because may happen for almost a year. And like I think me getting that opportunity to travel escalated to a point that tulikuwa like for sanity of my kid na nini, I think the best thing is to separate. So that happened, and it's a sorry thing that has happened. A lot has happened and I don't want to get into it. But so yeah, so I got to that point, we had a conversation of like I don't think I'm ready for us continuing to be together. And staki fikie hiyo point ya mambo mingi. So
true.
For what I do is that I'll start from scratch.
So
we have build a home na nini but I leave you with everything. Let me just like let me just move on. So when I came like I never thought like I'll make that kind of money. So God grace nilienda nika make that kind of money. So when I came back hiyo do nilitumia kufurnish. So I moved to like a bed sitter nini. I furnished the house, nikabuy 2 seats, nikabuy kitanda. Hiyo time hata sikuwa na kitanda, nikolalianga ile mattress ya form 1 ya high school. So yeah, nikakam
acha hapo.
It's not a laughing matter but it was like it's no because so yeah, so I did that and yeah, so I started life from there. Then so yeah, nikaendelea do vitu zangu. So I came back to Mui. So that is 2015. So now let's jump back to Maltulipozia 2018. So you get 1.2. Nakumbuka? Niko like bro 1.2 is a lot of money.
Sijai.
Hii pesa ni mingi.
Jengo pesa kama hii.
So what happens ni I sit down with the team nawaambia this money for us to be able to make more money we have to sit down and be wise. First of all already tulishtuka kupewa hido. So Oxfam wali notice and for sure we don't have capacity, we don't have systems to be able to handle 1.2 and then for them are like this is the first time we're interacting. So what tuweze wapay do direct. That is 2018. So Inuka Kenya which like ni organization ulikuwa na work from 2013. Tukaamua ku work now like tulikuwa na work now. So wakasema you've been working with they have been our partner nini. So tunaweza pay do wa manage
sasa ikuwa
kwa seats nini. So nyinyi ile kitu mnadu kama ni stage mnataka unaenda you procure, you get the supply, you get the quotations, you share with them like you choose which supply you want to use, share the document and then they pay. So that's what happens. But then we're like 1.2 we cannot be able to manage ido in a day. So what do? Nasamani aje nataka kufanya modeling chiza South Africa kuja hapa
ingia on board.
So nyinyi fanyeni budget, how much do you want nini So we organize, you get the money to do everything. So nyi mnafanyanga boxing how much do you need to ring nini, tukaweka ring pale kwa hall ya Ruben Center.
Nakumbuka event.
Then kulikuwa na story nini how many coaches do you need, like football clinic, leta ma coach wa Premier League nini, wakama kina matano akina nani, how much do you need, these amounts. Nini ngine tulifanya, so modeling, what else? There's something else we did. So we had the community forums. So we organized with the community justice center, like organize for that, how much do you need, this is the amount, and then there's something else, the kids festival. So we were like maramo bato yo naendanga music festival. People in the community never see them performing, so you're like, let's organize something in the community. Nini we organize for the freshmen, nini venue, blah blah, everything happens. Then now we remain with the main concert, where we had 7 artists performing live. So we had to get rehearsal space for rehearse for a whole week. And then we come on stage. So we did that, the big concert na nini, tuka bring Maima. We had money kulipa Maima kakam, Mashmwana, nanika kabla poromoke. Ubeshtia Mashmwana ito na chini ya mwamba
unachanganya. Anaitwa Masterpiece. Alikabra poromoke.
Siku hizi yako
anasema manyake
ku backside ni
ku backup nini
siku poromoka. Okay. So we did that, like it was a very nice concert. Maji was like a guest of honor from Ghetto Radio. We partnered with the Ghetto Radio, they're running ads for us and and then become successful, and then after that tuka realize pesa imeisha. Because 1.2 kuberika kujua ni pesa kidogo. So tumemaliza, so in 2018 bro, so tukakuja tukaambiwa it's your time to vacate Ruben Center.
What?
Just after the festival, kama tuna sort zile the final touches nini, tuna sort watu wenye tuja sort. So in 2016 we got into an MOU with Ruben Center. We were the only youth organization at Ruben Center. Na walikuwa like we want to start a radio. We had started this back then, but then the organization tulikumeanza now, so you people are the one here at the center, so we will want you to be the anchor organization for this. And then for you to get a community radio, for the people who don't know, you cannot get a community radio if you're a faith-based organization of Tukaizo. You have to be a community organization, like it has to be. You have to be anchored in the community. So we were best placed to partner with them, so we were like so we were there nini kulikuwa na umlami alikuwa na skuma, but then they needed us mostly like a certificate, and like that just had, so that CAK, that time was CAK before kuja CA squeezy Communication Authority, for them to be able to grant that license and the frequency 99.9. So we get to an MOU, everything was nini. We did a survey, we publicized the radio, everyone alikuwa anajua, like before it was even launched, watu walikuwa wanangoja Ruben FM. I get. We all do all this benchmarking at Pamoja FM, Ghetto FM, tukaenda like different kind of radio stations. We learned that, and like we were at the forefront. Remember this time, I'm not getting a salary at najihasulia, but making sure the organization is running. So tumeskuma nini. And then we have a launch date for the nini. Kila kitu wamepata do, wame set up the studio, nini. And then before the launch, they have to hire people who are in the field. So they hire these professionals, they come. So for us, we were supposed to be the link between the radio and the community. Because we are based in the community, and also provide volunteers from the community to be part of the radio. But then now the professionals come, then they're like, no, we don't think these people are qualified to do that. They cannot do that. Nini. Kumbuka tuna MOU. Ini MOU iliandikwa even before we started, before that to finalize story. Actually it had been reviewed tuongeza vitu zingine. We were actually like after the launch, we were supposed to do a survey after 6 months to just see how the radio is doing. So we for the radio. So when they come kumekuwa sasa inakuwa sana ni renegotiation. So you're like, yeah, of course the things we can let go, no problem, management na nini, but then because already tushaweka effort yetu kwa hii kitu, lazima tukuengage at a certain point. Yeah, kwa tuna mvutano zingine zenye. Because for them ni kama umekuja unapata kuna agreement, but you want me to drop
agreement
to drop almost 90% of the agreement. And the 10% doesn't benefit me in any way. So I was like, mimi nilikuwa tu like, I don't think this is something I want to do. Like, as a head of this organization, I don't think it's something I want to do. For me, I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for opportunity for young people that we have and been working with. So we have to meet at the center. Then they were like, nah, unajua nini, yeah, hizo vitu ziwezi happen hivyo. I was like, okay, kama vitu ziwezi happen hivyo, I don't think I want to be part to this. So I was like, so I told the people we were working with, you people can continue with the negotiation because ishayo kwa sasa ni Elmondo na nini, but for me I was standing for what is rightful for us, because that's my work as an organization. For anyone, if you are head of any entity, you have to fight for what is best to your organization. So ilikuwa hard nini, and then siku ya launch, so I decided we were actually like assisting, we were supposed to assist, collect music from artists, provide it to the producer, kuangalia music iko sawa, make sure make put kwa system, because we had that network already. Tumekuwa tukifanya Mkuru Awards, we've been meeting with so many artists. Yeah, and then so hiyo time because zimekuwa ngumu, even before launch I was just like, okay, let me concentrate on my things. So hiyo siku ya launch already like kulikuwa tuna issue because the communication that kulikuwa tuna mavita na ma artist, but for me nisha now. So I went sat, I was like, okay, you people agreed with them, I never called anyone, so nyi sotini tu mambo yenu. That time I had friends from the Netherlands. Unakumbuka nilikuwa nimetravel Netherlands. So they were coming to Kenya. They were doing so the Dutch in Kenya were doing an event, and they're like, yeah, you have been to the Netherlands, we want you to perform. So nilikuwa naenda Kani the same day they were doing the launch. So nilienda out of courtesy, I went and performed at the launch and left, nikaenda Kani for my show. So kulikuwa tu hizo mvutano already, like on the walianza kosana na ma artist way like at the start. Kuna artists also never play my music on that radio, I won't mention them, but kulikuwa tu na hizo issues. So yeah, and then later on I tried, like even after the radio was launched, I tried to renegotiate nini, nikajaribu sending different proposals. But then saw the funny thing, wala watu ule mtu tulikuwa tumekaa chini at the first to give us like mwenye alikuwa amesign MOU, alianza kuturusha kwa watu wameandika. So niko like, sasa, we wrote you have to negotiate, you have to come and negotiate this thing. You have to come and mediate this thing. Yezi kuwa we have an MOU with you, but then because you have employed people, now you start throwing you have to be in that circle so that we sort this thing. Yeah, you know the profession, they know that. I was like, okay, sawa. And then because of like already kuna vitu zilikuwa na happen, so kuanza kuwa na complaints, and then sasa kuanza na uchochezi. So with that uchochezi nini, for me I was like, I don't want to do anything with these people. For me, let me concentrate on my things. And the problem is beggars are not choosers. Remember that. And always remember that. So we were at a masses of this organization, tuko Ruben Center, na already we have an issue with one of the departments, na tumepewa space Ruben Center. So what do you do?
Obvious,
naambiwa vacate. So I was like, okay. At the end of the day, like for me, I don't wanna be in a space that already nimekuwa shortlist many
watu wako na maasira huko,
hata si asira, like already umego against an agreement we had. But then you don't want me to speak about it, you don't want me to engage with it, you don't want to negotiate, you don't want to see my side, because I've never looked for employee, like nilisema 2014 I don't want an employment. So I didn't want employment. Nilikuwa nataka sio pate opportunities. And for me, the only thing I wanted to be part of that process of making sure at least people who deserve this opportunity are part of that. But I cannot be part of that if you don't have a written down agreement. So nini, so we left Ruben Center. So we moved and opened the Mui Hub. Moi Hub just outside nini tukaendelea. And then funny thing, unaambiago ukiwa kwa mama yako, kwa wazazi wako huwezi grow bro. Hauwezi grow. Tulitoka hivi vitu zikaanza ku open up. We started paying our rent, we started doing all these things. Vitu zika open up for Moi. Started getting opportunities, come, do a song for this. Tukaanza kufanya songs za cholera nini. We started like vitu zikaanza ku open up. And then so we were there like so tulihama end of 2018. So 2019 we were at our space. 2020, remember what did happen in 2020?
COVID-19. Corona.
So we were like, okay. So because we had started engaging with Oxfam, a delegation from the UK, from like around the world, wanakuja Kenya. Guess which organization wanarecommended wakuja tembelea mtaani?
Moi.
They come visit Moi. Taking them around, and then we're having conversation. Actually, the Oxfam International Executive Director was part of that team. So like we were having conversation, and they're like, what is the situation? How do you feel COVID will impact the community? Nini. We had that conversation, and then we shared the idea that we had done the previous year in 2019 around cholera and the impact we had made. So they're like, why not design the same thing? So we designed something for COVID, and then what we thought COVID will last for 3 months ended up being 2 years.
2 years manzi.
So we actually like tulifanya job mob sana ya COVID. And actually we got a lot of funding. We were able to sustain the organization in 2020, end of 2020. Unakumbuka nani walikuja mtaani? NMS. So ile how tulikuwa wamekuja wakasema hii hao
iko kwa barabara,
iko kwa kona. Haiko kwa barabara,
iko kwa kona ya
barabara. Kona unajua kwa kona ya barabara hizi kuwa hivi sharp,
90 degrees,
lazima ikuwe hivi curved. So our office ended up kukuliwa nusu, so tukahamia ndo tukaenda kwa uwanja hapo nini. We were there nini. Then unajua when you grow you think, for me like one thing I've always done is that I visit like by your time you travel. So after Netherlands in 2015 huko 2018 I traveled to Brazil. Niliona like we were in a creative space. Then again I went to Denmark. I saw other creative space. I had gone to Dandora Hip Hop City that time, like because of Usawa Festival. Tumefanya Usawa Festival twice, 2018 2019 at Dandora. So like nilikuwa shaona DHC venye iko nini. I was like I wanna have something like this in Mukuru. So we get there, and then so we moved to the new space, bigger space at the Ruben ground. Nini tumefanya project. Then we get this big grant to do more awareness work and interact with the community around COVID.
Ngoja sasa hii grant yenye mnapata imetuma grant hiyo tuma obvious
grant. No, what happened, so unaona 2020 because sasa with COVID restriction nakumbuka nini kafi nini. So Oxfam wakasema we have to start building your capacity, because hii process ya kupata do from Inuka to be very long. So let's build a capacity. So wakaanza kutupia walipia kwanza 500,000 to do a 3 months project. Then skuma then we started creating the trust, because all people need is to build a trust. Wanajua tukikupea do ya kufanya 1 2 3 utafanya 1 2 3, utaanza kufanya ABCD. I get. So you have to do like so that we created that nini trust nini. Baadaye nini tumeenda it got to a point that we were even getting 2 million into our account.
What?
Una get. So and then it got to a point
wait bro. Wait. Huyu jamaa mwenye alikuwa anapata 100 Gs afanye events, sasa ifika place yenye organization yake inapata 2M
hata ni hiyo, ni kuambia tu ile inakuja direct. So from 2020 to end of 2021 actually like so ilikuwa 2020 2021 by the time tunamaliza 2021 account yetu ilikuwa imepitia 7M.
No way.
Hiyo ni kulipa staff. Hiyo time by then nilikuwa na staff 9. Nilikuwa nalipa wasi wa 9. Na the least paid person was 15,000. Na huyo ni ule mtu wa kuosha nini. You get?
What?
Asa ingine una get like that's basically. And then now apart from that we had the community champions, so like msi anapata kwa shughuli zake, kuna zile activity anatusupport, akona 5k yake every month, like support hizo nini. Na that hiyo time tuko na watu 40 on ground, you get. And then like we're supporting different families kwa community, we are doing all these, like we're doing music, we doing all this kind of stuff, like it was massive. And then so what happens is, what do we do? I like strike when stuff, so I want to build the capacity of Mui. So so we started like thinking, let's set up a studio, to set up the recording studio, like let's buy cameras, let's buy equipment, hizo. So looking for grants nini, hata kuongea na tunaambia by the way kwa hii budget simtuwekea hata kamera moja nini. That's how we bought like our equipment. And then now Mui is where it is right now. Like hata kama tuna grant, one thing is that Mui is running. Since Mui has run without cease from 2019, kutoka end of 2018 tukitoka Ruben Center, 2019 2020 2021 2022 2023 tuko 2024, get that time. So COVID really stopped kidogo Mkuru Festival, but then now 2023 of course we resumed last year. Remember we did the Mkuru Festival, we did 6 days, different activities around Mukuru. Now we took 2024. We're hoping also to make sure like at least we do the festival. May not be as big as last year, but we'll make sure we have something happening. And then of course we have met so many other organizations along the way. Tumewak na Forum C, we're implementing a project on governance. Tumewak na KCDF, we did a 1-year project on governance. We've been working with the Gordon Art Center. Tumewak to work with the University of Portsmouth. We've done work with the UN, like there is a lot. We have actually like interacted with thousands and thousands of young people, either directly or indirectly, either engaging in our activities or directly benefiting from our activities. Like for example, I think we have worked with over from 2020 to work now over I think 50 artists. Like wale tumewapea cash, tumekulipa to do a certain kind of work.
Wow.
Kuna wale wame grow to a certain point that wame move. You can go on our YouTube channel, Mui TV, and see the work tumekuwa tukifanya. And then so now tuko 2024. Guess what? We are building a new space.
Wow.
So sasa tumetoka ku red. Sasa from
base,
next year
hakuna base ya kupewa sasa.
Sasa ni mkuje tu rentisha. Tuta rent tena from anywhere. So so basically that's the growth, and that's where it's moving. Basically I think for anyone who has asked, and I know the question will be asked, what happened with all the people we started with. Let me tell you, in any journey you're going,
true.
Hakuna mti yenye na from ground inameanga na zile matawi ilianza nazo.
Hata wana Israeli.
Sasa so but what matters for anything are the roots.
True.
I get. If you understand the roots, it's easier for you to hold on for the longest.
True.
Ile kitu iko ni just know that you'll have branches that will come, some of them will fall off, some of them will last, but there is season for everything.
True.
So whenever you're in any organization, in any space, ask yourself, do you want to be the leaves, do you want to be the branches, do you want to be the roots, or do you want to be the stem? Because kuna zile tu, like there is, for everyone has a role in all those things. Wow. Remember leaves, hakuna mti shadingi leaves.
Lazima inategemea
kuna zile leaves tu zinaanguka voluntarily,
hata zijaguzwa na hata
sio. And then branches, what happens, kuna zile zikauka zinaanguka, but kuna zile unaita ule msewa pawasoa na zikata nazitoa because maybe zimekuwa mzigo kwa hiyo mti,
kauka zinakatwa.
Kuna zile mizizi zinaendanga paka zinaenda ku interaction na miti zingine kule. And then there is the trunk, ile hiyo ndo sasa nguzo ya everything. So basically the people who play all these roles kwa different organizations. So it's for you to understand what is your place, and
true,
how can you be able to be the strongest. There's those branches that grow with the tree to its death, or to becoming a product. saa ingine miti mingi haikufagi you katwa to become a product zingine zinakatagwa zikajenge nyumba
zingine zinakatwa pia zinamea
zingine zinakatwa zinatokezea so basically it's just like yeah so it's basically understanding that and I think the most important thing is just being resilient na nini I know there are people who ask me did I give up on my music I have never given up on my music actually everything I've achieved everything that I've worked on achieve is because of my music gives me the purpose to be able to continue because I work with creatives niko sure if I was not a creative singekuwa na ile passion na kuongana with other creatives and Mui and all these other platforms yeah so yeah I'm sorry if una feel nimekuguza but just like putting things straight and making sure that we understand the journey of everyone and yeah I think the most important thing is being able to speak truth when I get yeah
I think
so kwa wale I know that those I'm actually one thing na plan is after we build that space for everyone who has been part of the journey has impacted not being impacted too but has impacted Mui's journey from those people who left with bitter heart to those who left with good heart to those who got nataka wa come back like we just celebrate something that has grown to something because everyone like along the hata hizo lives hizo zingine they contribute to something to
tafagiliwa tunakishana za moto pia
hapo kwa moto lakini no they become manure. That's a better nini they become manure to the tree I guess
true
be positive
so I think tunastahili pia ku after hii kitu after new space imelaunchiwa I think it would be nasemaje like tutafanya documentary hii kitu from like
I have so many me now I kwambie me I'm one of those people who can end your relationships because kama nilidate kama ex wangu ni demu yako sahi niko sure niko na photos zake so I have proved that we dated once upon a time so what I'm saying that on a lighter note like what I'm saying is that I have memories and I have videos I have photos of Mui journey
so
from time yenye nilikuwa nanyoa kipara to mohawk to sahi niko na madread
next side tunaenda kuacha ndevu zime then tunywe nywele zote
mimi nayo ndevu hizo ndevu mnashinda mimi pia pressure
tutakuwekea wig so
that's the journey I think
tutangojea documentary sasa and guys
and I appreciate you being part of the journey like you've been part of the journey and at least when you're one of those people who never lost respect for me and Mui so I appreciate that
pia mimi nashukuru sana manze so guys
najua muone huyu jamaa one of the camera died along the way so they had to focus on me
but sauti
and then the director amedoze so ibebe tujidirect hapo so ni malale unakumbuka hiyo ugonjwa sesefly unajua sesefly malale
ugonjwa
sleeping sickness
ndio huyo hapa amekea hiyo
so napenda kudoze
ndio amekea hiyo so guys tutafanya I think itakuwa like documentary I think inastahili kuandikwa chini at least kitu
actually let me show you continue
so inastahili kuandikwa chini kama script then maybe tutatafuta wase kadhaa watushutie kitu at least washutie documentary ya Elmo cause it's a long journey manze hii kitu ina inspire wase wengi and inaonyesha manze sometimes
at least tuko kwa
sometimes kujituma ni kitu ya maana si ndio
so moving tutamsha mic yao kidogo waone lips najua kuna watu wanataka kuona lips
hapo ndo tuongea
continue my brother
manze imekuwa long story manze tumepigana na Elmo hapa
but how many I think almost 1 hour now
so
I hope actually people will watch it to the end
ina inspire
but like tuiko we can pick whatever part you feel is the best for you
so weskiza itakuinspire then I think documentary ndio itakuwa best cause mtaa iko bado Mui hiyo space ilikuwa iko bado
uko
chini kwenye wadiama iko then space yenye wako na yenye tutaenda next
kitu new bambika when you go to Ruben Center that's where green
something
Udongo's organization so hapo ndo wako like the container is still there and the history is still there and then the previous Moi hub is there although saini DS but imekatwa nusu we had 4 rooms saini 2 rooms yeah and we just have that journey yeah and yeah we can just like walk around and see some of the spaces. I can actually remember hakuna venue siwezi kumbuka yenye tushifanya event zote because I've been part of the journey so from Ruben Center to Hope Worldwide to Ruben Grounds to Star of Hope
to Wajukuu kulungalunga
hata si Wajukuu tujefanya
nini Wajukuu
to Shofko pale nje hapo kwa Njenga to Kayaba hapo after hiyo bridge hiyo bridge hapo Kayabu unao kivuka mto hapo kuna mahali siku hizi wanafanya welding hapo to Kanu Grounds to Kenya Wines hall una get like
kwa barabara huko
massive like the history is there there's so many places
manzi
yeah so yeah it's long history yeah so yeah
manzi so guys shukran sana
kitu funny hii story nimepiga story yangu personal nimepiga story ya Moi like piga story ya the community
pia
nini so yeah ni mali unaweza ingilia na ile story yako tu and actually there are so many things we're doing a movie we're doing music we're doing more events we're hoping to expand and engage more people. We have the Coffee Bar Tuesdays happening every Tuesday. We have the Artist Fridays. We have the podcast, the Sauti podcast. We have this podcast.
Speaking of this podcast,
yeah, speaking of yeah, inaitwaje
podcast
and yeah, so it's yeah, we'll actually talk even how we started the inaitwaje podcast. It's unfortunately that we have already, it's a few months in and already lost some of the members, and yeah, I just hope this goes to how Moi went to becoming a great thing, because yeah, it's part of the journey. So it's in everything, like iko tu hivyo sasa. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not saying that I'm the greatest leader, but one thing is that everyone has to have a path that they follow and principles that they follow. So yeah, I tell everyone, just look, if it fits for you, well and good. If it doesn't, look for somewhere that you can grow. Until next time, Nelmo new song.
Really good.
Yeah, but iko fit, no?
Iko fit sana.
Umesikiza hii story for umesikiza yote?
Acha